What are some hygiene tips everyone should know? If you have bad breath that doesn't go away, you may have tonsil stones. Make sure your clothes get completely dry. You'll smell like mildew otherwise. If something is worth doing, it's worth half-assing it. Say you're running late and need to be out the door 10 minutes ago. It's still worth giving your teeth a 10-second scrub rather than skipping it. From someone who works in medicine, literally wash your butt often. Deodorant is not meant to go on top of bad smells. The bad smells come from bacteria. Shower first, then put deodorant on. It works by making your skin uninhabitable for bacteria. The nice scent is the cherry on top. The main benefit is preventing the bad smell from growing. I used to live in a very hot, humid place. I found that the only thing that kept my groin area from smelling funky was to wash daily and make sure everything got really well dried out afterwards. Towels didn't quite cut it. So, yes, I blow dry my lady garden. Not inside my vulva, but outside and around. Keeping my pubes trimmed short and changing into clean underwear often also helped. This also applies if you have fat rolls or loose skin folds. Yes, I have both. Wash well in between skin folds, such as under breasts and between belly rolls. I like Dr. Bronner's soap, but any soap will do. Dry thoroughly afterwards. This will prevent smells, and will also prevent itching and rashes. Also, Lume deodorant works really well for these areas. Also, one more thing. Deodorant is water resistant. It won't wash off by just splashing water on it. You need to give it a good scrub with soap to get it all the way off your skin. If you don't get all the old deodorant washed away, the new deodorant you apply won't work. It has to be fresh deodorant on clean skin. Even if you don't like the way your body looks, take care of it. It's where you live. What are the most overused, redundant and annoying comments on Reddit? Man, a lot of people really are just bots who only repeat whatever was last positively reinforced. As funny as this thread is, it's also kind of creeping me out. I'm going to get downvoted for this, but comment proceeds to be one of the most upvoted comments. This comment right here, officer. Not all heroes wear capes, very original. I am not crying, you're crying. Gladly it seems to have gone mostly away, but Sigh unzips pants. What is something that everyone just pretends to like? Their haircut when the hairdresser shows you the back of it with their little mirror. In Korea, people pretend to like after-work drinking sessions. Work culture-wise, you are not allowed to leave without the manager leaving first or dismissing workers. It's seen as very impolite to do so. But a lot of superiors of the companies are bitter middle-aged men who hate going home to their families, so they often suggests everyone go out, share a meal and drink. To refuse will often mean a career suicide where the worker is sent to corporate Siberia, so to speak. After-work drinking will often be bar hopping, singing rooms through the late hours and get you totally smashed on soju. Again, most people can't refuse when pouring rounds of drinks. Everyone sits there pretending to be happy and listening to shitty boasting. Personally, I sat through a few of these, but at some point I became too valuable to the company as a worker in my work output. They could not lose me. I started to just get up and go home early to my family. Even though management was so pissed I was not staying around for the vice president. I still remember the reception desk girl looking at me in desperation and whispering she wanted to leave too. Later I heard VP just was insufferable, bragging all night till like 2 a.m. Such is often work culture in Korea. I don't know how common it still is, since the younger generations are now more vocal about it. Now that I am a CEO, I told my workers I am not doing any after-work drinking sessions unless they want it and organize it themselves. So far much happier people. The pizza party at work for working 300 extra hours in a month to meet quotas. Before social media, pictures of other people's vacation that got developed at the drugstore. Having the restaurant staff sing you, happy birthday. Everyone on match sites just fucking lives to hike in the mountains. What is seen as empowering, but really shouldn't be. Being rude and aggressive. The grind, for money. I work in a warehouse and everyone just brags about all the overtime they're working. One of the guys who has been there for 15 years told me, "We don't get paid well because the job is hard. We get paid well because it takes up most of our time." Insisting that you are perfect just the way you are, and anyone who says different is just a hater and shouldn't be listened to. Yes, haters exist. But if you're consistently hearing that you have problems from people around you, you need to do some introspection instead of cutting those people off for being negative or toxic. Buying courses from online business gurus. MLMs. You are not a small business owner if you have no say in branding, pricing, packaging, etc. These are predatory companies that sell the idea of empowerment through subpar products and practices. Being a bitch, asshole to everyone else. Edit. Example. I had a sister-in-law that would always say, "I'm sorry. I'm just one of those people that if it comes up, it comes out." And I would always say, "Oh, so you have no filter for your mouth? Isn't that just an excuse for being a bitch?" Quote. What was your first, "oh shit, I'm getting older" moment? Looking at my lawn and thinking we could use some rain. When I get something from a bottom shelf, I think, what else can I get while I'm already down here? Quote. About the time I started having that thought is the moment. Hearing someone tell their kid to move out of the lady's way, and then looking behind me to also move, then realizing I am the lady. Started going bald and gray. But then, I've got terrible hair genetics. My dad was bald by 25 and my mother started going gray in high school. Who the F are all these famous people? Now I know how my parents feel. I was snowboarding and riding a lift with some random high school and he asked how old I was and I said 30. He said, "Damn, you rip for an old guy." Quote. What are things that people glorify that are actually bad for you? Not sleeping enough. Your body needs sleep and it is very unhealthy to not get your adequate amount. Undying loyalty. Sure, it's good to be reliable and all. But whenever you let people take advantage of that, it really destroys you. Cleanses. Your gut microbiology does not need to be re-terraformed every month. Overworking yourself. Social media. Luxury brands. They are good for rich people but really bad for the people who strives to look like the rich. What's a childhood computer game you'd recommend? Anyone remember Put Put? That's honestly all I remember, but I know I loved the game when I was like 4 to 5 years old. Same with the Finding Nemo game. That's super hard nostalgia for me. Roller Coaster Tycoon. The amusement park music and screams of people on rides are a core childhood memory. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Jazz Jackrabbit. MechWarrior series. King's Quest. What's your comfort movie? Treasure Planet. Jurassic Park. I could watch it all day every day. Love that movie. Legal Blonde. 10 Things I Hate About You. Ratatouille. Subscribe, my brothers.